Hey people, Indrid here, 3v3, Calderis Refinery Blue Team. Hate is a weapon with a Plague Champion. Starts off with a damage of a time bolt gun, can get melee weapons, some strong utility and support, can also repair. Death Guard elite scheme here. Alongside, I am Rekt, made manifest. Apparently this is Adeptus Nubus with a Warlock, a melee spellcaster that leaps into combat, some powerful disruption and support. Rounding off the team, Slaaneshi Cacophony with a Lord Commissar. Strong offense and support. Fighting in melee begins with a refractor shield. Just executed his guardsman so they can shoot at the Plague Champion with double DPS. Look at the health bar. Is he going to make it? I think he's barely going to be able to cap that. Needs to node it as well. Yeah, there's the node going up. This is the Armageddon Steel Legion elite scheme, by the way. Over to the red team, you just saw JamezNunes' Plague Champion. Alongside them, Gaius Baltar's Chaos Lord, a durable and destructive hero, walking through objects that cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption, fighting in melee. Thousand Suns elite scheme, I think. But it's been slightly recolored, I believe. Has it? Looks like a slightly different type of blue. Maybe I'm just going mad. And rounding off the teams is Gomer Pyle with a Mekboy. Teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat. Puts out some good damage with a bunch of Orky gadgets. Can also repair. Sent back to base on the east side. In the mid, CSM flee the Banshees. They already dropped a model fighting the Guardians. But they did force off the other Guardians, it looks like. West side. Still a red node. Chaos Lord's here to help out. Gets a good kill to weak. Sentinel's kind of low. Looks like the Commissar was chasing through against CSM and those heretics there. JamezNunes gets some more heretics up. Quite late. Were they replacing heretics they lost? Gaius Baltar with just a single CSM squad and the heretics so far. Not sure where their power's gone. Oh, they've got an aspiring champion on these fellas. But are they going to survive? Banshees on retreat path. Retreating units take 30% more damage from melee attacks. Banshees very good retreat wipers with their speed and their power melee. Warlock giving chase to some CSM. They might get caught here by the Banshees. Need to retreat, fellas. There we go. Gaius Baltar's Chaos Lord also has to retreat through the Banshees. Can they finish him off? They didn't try, I don't think. Onto the power then for I am Rekt. I think it's Adeptus Nubus. That's what Slaaneshi said anyway. And they never lie. 497 to 495 on the VPs. Very even early. Nobody seems to be able to hold the mid for any amount of time at this stage. Blue team have it at the moment. Lord Commissar must flee the angry heretics. We've got aspiring champion on these guys. Grenade launchers on these guys. JamezNunes trying to get them out of trouble. And does so. Well played. There, JamezNunes. If they panic retreated immediately, they might have got chopped up by the Banshees. They got them into a decent spot and were able to retreat them out, even with Eldar coming the opposite direction. Decent stomp from the Sentinel there. Chaos Space Marines with Eternal War trying to tie up this Shuriken, and they get it done. Grenade is chucked in. That's a Blight Grenade from JamezNunes. Hate is a weapon, meanwhile, with some Noise Marines on the field. There's that Sonic Blaster going. Shuts down ranged attacks. Bad news for the double shooters, especially if they both get caught. They've both got the Knob Leaders up. And now Hate is a weapon going for the power. That Sonic Blaster can shake apart structures pretty damn effectively too. Gaius Baltar's got Noise Marines of their own. Warlock trying to keep them tied up. Going for the Champion's Robe. This guy is level 2. There's a Destructor on the heretics as they approach, but they do get in. Doom Blast to suppress, and he has to run. Combi Flamer up for the Chaos Lord. Kill the weak in retreat path, they get some health back. They've lost their natural VP, the red team here. CSM are taking it back. Look at that special from the Lord Commissar using the power sword for lead by example. Gives +1 speed, and he gets special attacks with every strike, which buff nearby allies. Pretty damn good. It's a pretty good buff as well, isn't it? I think it's like a 20% buff per swing, so it's better than the battle cry. 491 to 447. Sonic Blaster devastating to those guardsmen. Here comes some Catechins though. They've got shotguns and a variety of abilities they can support with a smoke grenade. They can disrupt from long and short range with grenade launcher and shotguns respectively. Chaos Lord gets a revive and gets a level. Now turns their attention. Their combi flamer to those Catachans. Just saw the grenade launcher there. Got some good disruption. Do we have Eternal War all round? No. No Eternal War for Hate or for Gaius Baltar. You see it on JamezNunes though, 20% damage buff for those CSM. Oh, Merciless Switchblade time for the Warlock. Awesome weapon, pretty expensive. 65 melee DPS with a energy drain and a range attack that causes knockback. I think they quite heavily nerfed the damage of that range attack. 9.5 piercing, but the disruption is the main thing. And the leaps, of course. Stabbed the crap out of that Noise Marine, took him down. Blue team should be able to take the mid back and keep up this slim VP lead. Players starting to think about their tier 2s. JamezNunes and Gaius Baltar both going. Sentinel with the ground pound in, of course, for Slaaneshi. And there it is again. We've seen it used quite well a few times. And they're pressuring this VP quite well. Can they get that power back? Maybe decap this Rekt point. There's even a natural power there. What are they prioritizing here? I don't see any flamer. What about the other guardsmen? No flamer for those fellas. Are you taking over the cap? What's going on here? Banshees are going for the cap, I think. Yes. Nubus thought about touching the power, but here come Chaos Space Marines. Picking off a Guardian. Banshees did not get the decap either. A little bit sloppy from Blue Team. I think they should have got a decap done there. Lord Commissar posting up to get some vision. And now runs in. Good stomp from the Sentinel, was perfectly placed, but might go down. Stayed in there too long and does go down. Needed to get the hell out of there immediately. We have a Plague Fist Plague Champion here. You saw Pestilence strike up. Still the 2-1 for Blue. There's a Blight Grenade throw, that doesn't hit anything. Not seen much in the way of Eldar grenades yet. Maybe I just have been missing them. It is possible. Banshees again couldn't quite get the decap done. Blastmaster Noise Marines in the mid. Facing this direction. Red team are taking back that central victory point too. I'm going to have a swig of tea. There we go. That's what I needed. Plague Champion with Armor of Pestilence as well. Pretty low on hit points though, might need to get out of here. Catachans being aggressive in on the CSM. Catachans have power melee attacks, so they can rip up some Marines early on. There's enough of them apparently. Plague Champion chucks the Blight Grenade, that's going to be nasty. Catachans are way too close to dodge it. They took him down though, and they should be okay to get away. Meanwhile, east side, red team pushing now. Chaos Lord is maybe reviving? Nope. Oh, that's the other Plague Champion, dumbass. JamezNunes is on the other side. That's right. Gaius Baltar's CSM are taking the natural VP of the blue team. It's going to be triple cap time for red. Really pushed back pretty well. JamezNunes now with chosen Plague Marines. These guys unique to the Plague Champion. A melee squad with power melee damage and damage over time as well. Passively hurting nearby enemies also. Lord Commissar level 2 having a go at those CSM. They do have Eternal War, of course, as we saw earlier. No aspiring champion though. Chosen Plague Marines ignoring him. Going after the guardsmen. And these guys don't have a melee charge, the Chosen Plague Marines. They kind of lumber around. They're very tough though. And also create zombies, which maybe JamezNunes can combine with his Blight Grenades to do a hell of a lot of stuff. On the east side is kicking off though. If I stop blithering on about Chosen Plague Marines, we can have a look at the east side. Weird Boy runs. Shooter Boys run. We have a Chaos Dreadnought up for Hate. And now a Wraith Lord for Rekt. Or Adeptus Nubis. I'm just going to call him Rekt. That's the name they've chose. Primaris Psycho up for Slaaneshi. Diviner's Foresight coming in immediately to boost up the basic attack. You just saw Ethereal Wave there. Explodes a Chosen Plague Brain. And there's the Stripped Soul to slow them down. Can channel this. Didn't have a lot of energy left. Maybe they could have turned on Diviner's Foresight. There's a zombie guardsman there shooting at the Psyker. Triple cap still for the red team. Excellent start to tier 2 for them. But can they keep up this momentum? They don't have vehicles to deal with. There's a Manticore up for Slaaneshi as well. Chosen Plague Marines, oh sorry, regular Plague Marines are in for Gaius Baltar. And look at that. Buffed by the Mekboy with more Daka, allowing him to fire the missile more regularly. In theory, I think it should work. Wasn't able to see if it was working. I think they fire every 5 seconds or so by default. Couldn't quite get the Wraith Lord down. Wow, they're getting close though. They are getting close. I wonder if they'll try to chase it into base. Here come Banshees though to tie them up. And there's a good grenade. Oh, doesn't hit the missile model though. Warlock comes in to tie them up. Another shot though is off. And that was so close. That was so close. Chosen Plague Marines, Plague Marines starting to explode. I think they were right. Champions robe up there for a level 4 Warlock. Noise Marines with Blast Master for Hate get their level 2. Havocs now for Hate, and Slaaneshi with a heavy weapon squad. Chaos Dreadnought of JamezNunes. Maybe he should be pressuring the Primary Psychic, get him out of there. Looks like he wanted to pressure the Catachans out of there. They can get an anti-vehicle weapon, the Catachans. Are we going to see a las cannon? Yes, it's a las cannons for Slaaneshi. Lord Commissar now fully kitted with Carapace armor and Stubbornness. Kind of a selfish loadout for the Commissar, helping himself with Stubbornness and the changed Inspire Courage from this. What is a Dreadnought doing? I have no idea. JamezNunes losing his mind a bit there and just like sent it into death. I guess he was trying to tie up the las cannon in melee, but couldn't quite get there. Chaos Lord with Armor of the Inferno now. On the east side, we see the Wraith Lord and the Dreadnought. Shuriken shoulder mounted. Nob squad on the field though for Gomer Pyle. Red team are looking a bit depleted, but they're getting their tier 3s. Gaius Baltar getting more Noise Marines up in tier 3. Nob squad instantly leave this fight. Had none of their upgrades yet. And did they get hammers first? Maybe they already have Mina and Greener. Pestilent Strike to help the Plague Champion out with all that ranged damage resistance, 90%. It does affect enemies though as well. Oh, those were Inspire Courage Guardsmen there with plasma guns. So they were doing some good work. Manticore hits the Chosen Plague Marines, explodes one of them. You saw there on that Death Explosion that Chosen Plague Marines do heal each other with their Death Explosion, unlike regular Plague Marines. Light Grenade. It's a decent hit. Chosen Plague Marines must flee though. Do they still have their damage aura when they're retreating? I don't think I noticed it go off when they were retreating there. But I might have just not saw it in all the other effects. Plague Champion's fallen again for JamezNunes. Goes tier 3. But it's looking like it's going to be tough for Red Team to maintain momentum here. They have a VP lead, but Blue Team are getting their tier 3s rolling in much better shape. Well, Hate is. I assume Rekt is going to go imminently, and Slaaneshi is not that far off. I mean, look how blue the map is now all of a sudden. Some telling losses for the Red Team. Can they recover? They have a bit of time. It's going to be tough though. Commissar's putting really good pressure on. Bit of damage to those heretics. That was a Primaris Psycho shot going in. There's Strip Soul on the Chosen Plague Marines. Does have a suppression ability as well. I always forget the name of it. But I thought it was odd that he has Strip Soul and a suppression ability. Raptors jumping in for JamezNunes. They have the aspiring champion. I guess suppression is good at shutting down ranged weapons as well. East side, the weird boy of Gomer Pyle with the Warpath to help support the Nob Squad, who are back at base and now fully upgraded. The Sluggers are not upgraded at all. I guess they want to get another unit up rather than upgrade them. Here's the beamy death gun of the Mekboy, helping to put pressure on the blue team's vehicles. Speaking of vehicles, Hate is a weapon, has a Chaos Predator here. Banshee's yelling, suppressing nearby enemies. We have Marcus Siege, CSM for Gaius Baltar. Blastmaster gets a decent hit on the Wraith Lord. And here comes the Warlock. What have you been doing with my Banshees, he's saying. Heart of Darkness is in. Helps to maintain the Warlock shield by returning energy. So it can keep Champion's Road going longer. Manticore killed one of the Noise Marines perhaps, but doesn't get rid of him. Touch of Nurgle Heretics for JamezNunes. Can they jump the Manticore? Nope. They're jumping the Guardsmen. A full retreat though by Slaaneshi. Maybe they can put quick pressure on that Cypher as well. 1-to-1 cap. Chaos Lord flees. Got a Chaos Predator of their own on the way. Gomer Pyle maybe going for double Nobs. I don't see them purchased. Nob Squad are on the Dreadnought now, and they are smacking it apart pretty quickly. Half of its hit points gone in like 2 or 3 seconds there. Can they finish it though? Where's their frenzy? Did not see the frenzy. It must have been used already, because Gomer has plenty of red. We've got tank busters on the way now for Gomer Pyle. Not another Nob Squad. D-Cannon sitting in the mid for Rekt. And look how full those blue team rosters are. Level 2 CSM. Can Slaaneshi get onto the VP? I think they can. Just using some Commissar pressure here. Oh, maybe the Warlock will just jump on it. Sending stuff flying with lead by example. There's that Raptor jump, suppressing 2 squads on landing. Maybe go after the Psyker. Chosen Plague Marine soaked up a lot of damage there. There's Nurgle's Rot to try and create some zombies. Got a Catachan zombie there. Oh, several. Are the Catachans going to wipe? Can the Raptors jump again? Raptors got to jump again to finish him, surely. Oh, maybe they have a 60 energy jump. 175 to 204. Here is the Chaos Predator for Gaius Baltar with Mark of Khorne. Just buffs the damage of all the weapons. Nothing wrong with that. Kind of surprised it doesn't give like a speed bonus or something. A small speed bonus. They should give the Chaos Predator with Mark of Khorne Blood Rage, I think. Imagine a tank that you can't control. Do it. 159 to 204. D-Cannon is still in the mid, so it's going to be tough for red team to cap it because of Singularity. Distortion field on the Banshees, global ability of the Warlock, reducing the range damage that they take, and they have to run. There, Galaxy Burn. Decent hit on those Guardians. Maybe just... Oh, those guys inside the webway already bugged. Oh, they're just set up right next to the webway, I think. Okay. Lord Commissar, level 4. Puts a Manticore Strike on the tank, but it moves away. Does hit the Blastmaster Noise Marines, though. Meanwhile, JamezNunes trying to get the VP back. And they go tier 3. They have plenty of resources as well. So we could see some Chaos Terminators pretty quickly once they get to tier 3. Maybe even a Great Unclean one. They have the power for it. Just need some wreck. 155 to 188. Red team have maintained a VP lead for the moment. Going to be a 2-to-1 cap against them though here. JamezNunes looking for a bit of a flank. Could maybe jump into those setup teams there, but they don't want to risk a fight with the Wraith Lord, and they don't know where the Banshees are either. They're backing off here, which is the right thing to do. Need to wait for their allies to get back onto the field. It's important in a 3v3 when you're playing catch-up not to engage alone unless you're sure you can achieve something. It's better to try and maintain your army for a big team fight rather than getting in there, maybe taking out a few models and losing a unit or two in the process. Warlock is level 8 here for Rekt. Raptors jumping in, they're very low, but the suppression gets rid of those guardsmen at least. But there is the execution from the Commissar. Commissar squad leader that gets their, that breaks their retreat. Oh, Imperial Abyss from Gaius Baltar gets rid of all that Eldar stuff, and it took out the Webway as well. That was a healing Warlock Webway. Slaaneshi now with a Stormlord. Their roster's been thinned out a bit. We've got Chaos Terminators for Hate is a Weapon. JamezNunes went for a tank. Mark of Zinch here. Maybe they want to hunt down the Manticore with it. They don't know where it is though. They can't see what we can see. Double cap for Hate is a Weapon and their blue team. Chaos Terminators don't have any war gear yet. Manticore, some decent hits. Doesn't stop. Oh, it did stop the decap. Blue team hold the mid. Uh-oh. Fire Prism goes down in a few shots from this juiced up Mark of Khorne Chaos Predator. Cap VP, says Gomer Pyle. Well, they are trying. Yep. 155 to 81. Single now for the blue. Red team might be able to get a 2-to-1 here. Got some buffed up guardsmen. Commissar himself getting smacked around by a Plague Champion. It might have actually been Aura of Decay that knocked him back there. 2-to-1 for Red. They're back in this. These tanks are doing well for them. And Gomer Pyle still has that Nob Squad, of course. They're not spending their resources. They could get another Nob Squad, and I think they should. That'd be a great tool to have to like push in, create space for the tanks. Not sure what they're thinking here. Maybe a battle wagon is what they want. Or maybe they're still just deciding. It's a strange place to put a shrine, Gaius Baltar. Oh, he gets Manticored immediately, and the heretics wipe out. Gaius Baltar does have more heretics. Oh no, he doesn't. They were just ghosts in the roster there for a second. Can they maintain this 2-to-1? There's more shrines in the mid, and these Khorne shrines spawn bloodletters, so they're using them quite far up to maintain pressure rather than a backline defensive position. Chaos Terminators now have an autocannon. Good damage to all targets. Small area of effect. The tank is getting some kills done. And there is Cult of Speed active from Gomer Pyle to increase the speed of friendly vehicles and make them shoot their weapons more often, I think. Fire Prism's getting some shots in though. It's the second Fire Prism there for Rekt. The Sluggers now have some upgrades. Gomer Pyle still not getting units on the field here. They must be trying to get a battle wagon. Could have had another Nob Squad up for a while. Mekboy's on the VP though. I mean, they're putting pressure on regardless. And they have super tough beat. Weird Boy's helping to support the Nobs there with some disruption and stuff. And knocking them over too. Got to try and choose a different target for your Weird Boy when you send in a melee squad. Nob Squad get away with 3 models there. And the Mekboy grabbed the VP, 61 to 73. Red team's natural is turning red again, but that Stormlord is up for Slaaneshi with that Vulcan Mega Bolter Cannon, whatever it's called. It's mental. It's like 100 DPS Inferno PvP. just shreds heavy infantry. We'll see how it does here. Let the Galaxy burn from the Chaos Lord. Kill the weak. Might need to run afterwards. No, he stays in there for a second. Bloodletters are helping him out, but he is going to go down. 36 to 73. Gomer Pyle does get another Nob Squad in the end. Could have got those guys up earlier, I feel like. Oh, is it suppressing those? I guess it's suppressing those heretics with the heavy bolters and stuff. JamezNunes gets some havocs up and some zombie guardsmen. These raptors are freaking out a bit. Can't quite get that VP back. 36 to 65. Gomer Pyle continues to heavily pressure the eastern edge rather than rotate mid. They got 2 Nob Squads here now. These guys with only a Nob leader. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Blastmaster shot into an Imperial Abyss. And those guys retreat through it. That's a lot of damage. The Nob Squad barely gets away. The Sluggers did not get away. Nasty nuke from Hate is a weapon. The Abyss is a weapon too. Slaaneshi now with a Stormlord and a Leman Russ. Pretty nasty combo. Jamez needs a las cannon and they have one. Probably need several las cannons. Maybe get some Plague Marines up. 36 to 41. They don't have the requisition though, JamezNunes. Red team are reeling here after that nuke. Gomer Pyle still has 2 Nob Squad. And they are reinforced. Oh, but did these guys lose their Nob leader? I think the second squad lost their Nob leader. Level 9 Warlock here. Annoying some Noise Marines. Doesn't want Slaaneshi around. Unless it's a Commissar named Slaaneshi, I guess. Here's the double Nob Squad with Weird Boy support. Can pop that Warpath. +2 speed, 20% damage resist. Pretty amazing for 2 Nob Squads to have on them. Level 7 Chaos Lord here. Tank taking shots from a Warlock. Oh, there's the game. I wasn't paying attention to the VPs. Red team did not have time to recover. And the double cap wins it for the blue. Let's look at his heroes. Level 5 Plague Champion for Hate is a weapon. No war gear whatsoever. Level 10 Warlock he got at the end. Level 6 Lord Commissar did have the Emperor's Wrath, the Plague Champion of JamezNunes, level 4. That level 7 Chaos Lord, and we had a level 5 Mekboy. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.